This was June's words as we chose today's reading. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercy never words exactly, but he carried that sense of God's steadfast. I can recall his steps processing in. They had a purposefulness to them. We are. Bud did something in a way no one else could quite do, so guileless. Emotional and sacred Maundy Thursday service, where they do it well with care. The choir led us in up this aisle to gather the ark behind the altar, kind of like a crucible, our arms. Extinguished to say it is gone. This is darker as that light goes out. It's completely slowly began moving out the sides to indicate it was over. Past heard Bud in a stage whisper. I warned you I was going to tell them. These were heard mostly. He wasn't trying to get it over with. He was part of a service he was always moved by, with more to embodiment of that steadfast love of the Lord. And his very direct honesty. To Bud, and thereby to here to say it. Services. He was here for church dinners, bingo, choir rehearsals, coffee hours, the baptisms, and those low Sundays. I would see him talking. Coffee hour, and afterwards I would stop and say, Bud, what was his name? She'll know. It's true, June. These two are part of the spark that lights his bringing St. Nicholas to vivid life each year to know that spark. Mother Ann so aptly cast him in. This is the last year, Jason. This is the last year, Catherine. We actually God's children, doing so through his saint. As I gathered with his family, more stories than planning. We had a wonderful talk. And a brother and more. And I'll let Clark tell you a little more about that shortly. Voice of scriptures for a funeral. I remember there was a slight hesitation in choosing this one because of how often it's in the familiar, love-worn words that our hearts find peace and hope, even in our most troubling time. We stop and really hear them. I heard Corinthians today just now. Violas on the altar. They are the color of church at weddings, funerals, Easter. All such times with us as we recall Bud's presence in his words from the gospel today began, "Do not let your hearts be troubled." And I agree with you, June. That does also sound just like him. Proves our belief justified or challenges it. Anything so tentative as that was inconceivable. It simply is. It is. Having had Christ has been difficult. Difficult for others who are. And yet even now, there is a palpable immediacy to his presence. Present in our mourning, to our shame. Means life is never over, even in death. Answering a very worried Thomas, who is afraid he's missing Jesus' directions. Or a place to find, but rather a way to be. And the truth and the life. That's the thing about Christianity. We might think that we keep right on living in Christ, living in love knows no limits. It's my pleasure to